So Biden and Kamala Harris just got inaugurated the other day. Yay for them. And funny thing is, in as much as yes, what they went through seems normal and it's perfectly okay, and I'll probably never discuss it again, women were busy going mad over how hot she was looking. The funny thing is, whenever guys do that, apparently it's objectification. Yet the truth of the matter is, women do that too. So my question is, what's the difference?
And we want to welcome all y'all to Fan of a Fan, and this is strictly only for the fans.
And to be completely honest, like I've never really seen why people would complain objectification because in a sense, I think women also objectify. It's just that theirs sounds a little bit more classy, but they're probably just as thirsty. And people should stop being more fair and saying, you know what, she's hot and he recognizes it and I do as well. But anyways, we need to start this podcast because one, this is the 150th episode, and two, there is a fan that is literally having to shut up while I do this entire intro. So, in typical fashion, welcome to Break Time on West Side, your number one break time podcast, coming to you from Nairobi, Kenya. The man on the mic is a man whose favorite form of cardio is running his mouth. He is a man who still wonders why the chicken crossed the road, yet KFC is always on the better side of town. It is none other than I, your tall, dark, and mildly handsome man, Sir Denver B. The show is Fan of a Fan, the show that has me reaching out to some of the fans that have wanted to collaborate with me. And, we work together and we make some magic happen on the episode. Now, my fan, aka my guest for today, is also a podcaster. She happens to have a podcast known as On the Same Boat. It is none other than Shaka from On the Same Boat. Shaka, why don't you say hi to the people?
Hi guys, Shaka. When they're not calling me Shaka, they're calling me Captain. So you do make sure you check out On the Same Boat.
I honestly didn't even remember the captain part.
You should have. That's very disrespectful. I demand you redo this.
I don't think we have enough time for take two.
Oh, fine. Cool. Please. Just so you know, like to everyone who listened to this man has made me shut up for over 2 minutes.
Honestly, it was like, what, a minute 40? You can keep quiet for longer than that.
I really can't unless I'm asleep.
Okay.
Just so.
All right, I'm sorry.
I'm a very silent person though. Yo, I forgot to say I'm single, so I'm trying to build my CV here. I don't always talk so much.
Okay, so she's single. For those of y'all that love her voice and would like to see her in person, you can go and follow her and slide into her DMs on it's.just.shaka, if I've gotten it right.
You have? Please come with a beard. Thank you.
Beard and short?
No, we're not gonna help each other there. I'm already short.
Well, you can always stand on each other's shoulders and, get the salt from the cupboard,
So we're gonna just be doing gymnastics and have two Spider-Men in the house.
Well, yeah, like one can be on top of the other like Lego,
What if he's skinny?
Just stack on each other.
If you're gonna come short, come having built a board.
Beer board?
Like you have such a huge body, like something that can carry me. I mean, you have worked out and your muscles are about to burst.
And if you lack a beard, what can compensate for it?
Okay, nothing. There's nothing that can compensate for not having a beard. Get a beard. Freaking get a beard. There's nothing.
All right, for those of you all that do want to slide into her DMs, I have tried to make it as open for you as possible. So y'all can go and slide into them DMs. And if you fear that you not having a beard is a problem, you can always get an extension or, just get one of those stick-on beards. I'm sure they'll work. Ladies do that all the time. They have wigs. They wear makeup. So you can also fake it till you make it.
Are you trying to say beards are makeup for men?
No, a beard is like smooth skin for a woman. Like, it's good to look at, but even though it's not there, I don't think it should be a deal breaker.
Now, let me tell you, women love the rugged ass looking man's-ish, like a man's man. And a beard is the best way to show you're a man's man.
And that is her idea of what being a man is. If any of you have any conflicting ideas, be sure to hit her up on DMs as you're busy sliding into them DMs.
You're gonna get me killed.
Oh no, that's like a part of the trade. That's just podcasting for us people, right? Anyways, we do kind of need to move it on to our main topic for today. So it involved this IGTV video which I was having a look at, and it was by this radio presenter known as Chiton Ndlovu. Now it was this 2.5 minute video of him busy discussing friends with benefits and the rules of engagement in friends with benefits. So, firstly, before I even go any further, because he said that he was anti friends with benefits. Shaka, are you pro friends with benefits or anti friends with benefits?
Currently, I have been single for a while now, and no lie, I am pro friends with benefits. I mean, there was a time I didn't want to get into anything committed, so that's what worked for me.
Okay, so quick clarification. Benefits. What benefits are you willing to take? Because the way I have been describing friends with benefits, I realized while we were busy trying to record earlier that your idea of friends with benefits and my idea of friends with benefits was a little bit different. So I will give clarification. Friends with benefits, as in you guys are friends, but you will bang. That's the benefit. That's pipe that's being laid there. So let me ask again. Are you pro friends with benefits or are you anti friends with benefits?
I will still retain the pro. I'm still pro.
Okay, good. Good. At least you're not hiding from every other person that probably, I don't know, goes to the same church as
I
you.
am.
So
If this is not me, by the way, speaking, just in case we go to the same church, this is not me. This is my alter ego. Thank you.
honestly, it's even overrated. The people in church are probably doing it even more than you might think. But anyways, let me kind of move it on. So, personally speaking, I will say that I am pro friends with benefits, but I understand why a lot of people would be anti. Because there's some people that you sleep with and they automatically catch feelings. They can't separate the emotional attachment with the casual canoodling. Let me put it that way. So, y'all can go do it together and like not have any feels, not feel like you guys have some sort of intimate connection. And that's kind of where it's at with the whole casual idea of it. But I know that there's a lot of people who can't handle friends with benefits. It's kind of the same way I say that not everyone is able to handle the whole face. Not everyone is built for it. Do you agree?
I do agree. And some of the reasons I think people have nowadays, I used to think, I've been actually talking about this with my friends, but we used to live in an age where men never would express their emotions as much. So it was never like an issue. But we're living in a current generation where men are very emotional. Sometimes it's sickening. So you'd think that
We're not
no,
emotional.
you are nowadays. I mean, y'all are crying about the tiniest things. I mean, who's the
No,
man here?
we've always been emotional.
Yeah,
It's
but
just that we hid it. We hid it
exactly.
behind toxic masculinity. And you people asked us to be more open and become vulnerable.
And I
And guess
regret
what
that.
happens?
I regret that.
We became vulnerable, and then now you people are asking us if we're really men, as you just asked. And guess what? Now we're supposed to go back to our toxic masculinity and hide from our emotions just because of what you said.
I don't know. As in, life, I feel like life used to be so much better when you guys never expressed your emotions. When they were just bottled up inside, men looked hotter. Now you just do one thing with your FWB and nigga is saying, yo, I want more than this.
I think we just listen to a lot of R&B.
Isn't
But anyways,
that
we
just
should
shifting the blame to music now?
Well, yeah. When Asha is busy telling us to let it burn, when we're busy listening to Mario and he's like, "Let me love you," stuff like that. When Neo is busy helping us sing "Sexy Love," like, how are we not supposed to get into the feels? But anyways, we should kind of move it on because we were supposed to look at the rules of engagement, like the rules behind friends with benefits. So first rule is no cuddling. I have very interesting thoughts on this, but Shaka, are you pro no cuddling or anti no cuddling?
I love cuddling, so I can't at all be anti cuddling. I mean, It's a part of, I don't know, intimacy, I guess. Cuddling is part of being intimate. So I wouldn't rule it out.
Actually, now that you've mentioned the whole part of being intimate, it means that for you to have a friends with benefits, you'd probably have to skip the cuddling. Otherwise, you guys would get intimate and then the feels would start, and then you'd probably start feeling some type of way. He may or may not feel some type of way. Then, premium tears ensues, and you're not really ready for that, are you?
I think I look at it like this. It's like, can you handle your liquor? So it's like, can you handle your feelings? It's the same way. If you can handle being drunk, then you can handle bottling up your feelings no matter what is happening.
You're ready for that level of pain?
It's not pain really. Like, it's a mutual understanding. It's never that serious. I think mostly when people hold things too sentimentally, you haven't like you've always had a sentimental attachment to everything, then that's when it becomes a problem. But if you are the kind of person who learns to let go very easily, then it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, if this one just messes it up, move to the next.
Okay, Shaka, have you ever been with someone that you felt so deeply about and you were with them and you really, really, really didn't want to leave them?
And it was a friends with the benefit situation, or
No, like this was some, like let's even skip the part where you get into a relationship or you get into a friends with benefits. There's this one person that you look at and they even blink in slow motion. You look at them and it's like they're always glowing,
yeah,
even when
yeah.
they woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
I've been there. I've been damn in love. I've been there.
Yeah, and you're telling me that when you're in that situation, you can automatically decide to just let those feelings go.
That's different. There wasn't the whole agreement, and that's different.
So you'll honor. So you're telling me that you would get into an agreement of a friends with benefits and then not ever think that you'd ever have the feels?
I know it would happen. I can't say that. You can't control feelings. That's a lie. Like, you can't control who you have a crush on. You can't control that.
True.
So if the feelings do come, I mean, I'll just find a way to deal with them. Either I just keep them to myself or I just end it.
Okay. All right. Personally speaking, I could probably say that cuddling is like a double-edged sword for some people, because if you're able to separate the emotional from the good feeling that it comes with, I'd say that yes, continue cuddling and you're good. You don't really need to worry about it. But considering that most people don't have that level of control, I'd say probably skip the cuddling, because some of y'all will cuddle into someone else's heart, which isn't a good thing. Because clearly, if you're cuddling with someone like Shaka and then you suddenly start saying, "So I've been thinking about you in a certain way," she'll just drop you like, I don't know,
Cuddling saves
a
lives.
Beyonce album.
Cuddling
Yes.
Cuddling saves lives. So take your own advice. If you wanna cuddle, you do it. But if you catch feelings, just drop it. Just drop it before it becomes something big.
Okay, so on to the next one. No telling your quote unquote friend how to relate with you. So, in terms of on a casual setting, even in the bedroom setting, how you want to be treated. You don't have any permission to tell your friend how to treat you and how to treat you well.
Well,
Would you agree with it or not?
when you've just said in the bedroom, I mean, consent has to be there first. But
Well, yeah, it's not like I'll just walk into your house and be like, all right, open them legs, I want to go in.
but still, I think, yeah, I agree with that. Like, you shouldn't expect someone to give you favors or treat you any different, or like give you girlfriend benefits for being a friend with benefits.
Okay. I actually kind of disagree. I disagree to a huge extent, because I think if we're at that level of friendship, like I think friends with benefits is like a step above just being regular friends. It's like a step above, but like to the side. So in a sense, it's like you guys are on another level. So I'd probably want to tell you how I want to be treated, especially like in the bedroom, because everyone has different preferences. People like it a certain way. And if you know what makes the other person tick in the bedroom, then you'll probably end up being a much better partner. But if you don't know it, then it suddenly becomes this very pointless interaction, and that friends with benefits agreement won't even last that long.
But
Because, like, take for
isn't it
example,
the point of friends with benefits? Like it's just a pointless thing. I mean,
okay, how would I put this? Sex isn't just like a math equation. It's not like it's one way to do it, and that's the only way, and that's the right way. It's a very volatile kind of act, because there's people that want to be treated a certain way during it. There's people that have certain kinks. There's people that have different pleasure points. You can probably go and look into something like erogenous zones, the different parts of someone's body that can give them pleasure. Some areas are more sensitive than others. Some people don't like being hit. There's others that would love to be hit. They're like into BDSM in them, so they'd probably be down for it. And because you don't know that, you probably won't end up being the best partner and the best friend with benefits. So you might as well just learn it, learn how to relate to them in the bedroom, learn how to treat them nicely. Although I will say, on like a side note, if it's a friends with benefits kind of relationship, like, just keep it to the bedroom. You don't need to go the extra mile on like other things. You don't need to start asking me at yo, how comes we haven't had lunch ever since back then? Can't we do something else besides just bang? No, don't bring any of that to me.
yeah.
You know what our friendship is mainly based on, accept the benefits.
Well, when you put it like that, I kind of agree with you to some extent.
Exactly. Yeah, now on to the last one. If you catch feelings, either walk away, tell them and walk away, or just straight up ghost them.
Preach. I
How would
mean,
you take it?
do that. As in, I believe in that. As in, the whole point of a friendship, and that's why people don't even like advocate for it, is because chances are one person is gonna catch feelings and the other person isn't. And then it's gonna be complicated when you want something more and the other person doesn't want. Like one of you will want probably a long-term commitment, a whole relationship, like take it to another level. And this other person was just like, yo, I thought we were just casually fooling
Smashing.
around. It's nothing big. So if you wanna ghost after that, I wouldn't judge you, because I've actually done that pretty couple number of times. But
So you're a master at it.
I don't like it when people catch feelings and you don't, because now you can't force someone to be in a relationship with you just because you're the one who's feeling it and they're not. So I normally just ghost you, give you time to get over those feelings.
I do kind of agree to some degree, because the way I was kind of looking at it is you'd probably want to tell the other person. Like, I don't get why it is that you just want to hop out and just ghost, because y'all got into this as friends and y'all are doing it as friends. Obviously, feelings can get caught, but I think it should be something that you get to actually sit down and discuss and agree upon. Because if the both of you guys are friends and the both of y'all are good, I don't see why it is that you shouldn't just, pull up to your friend and be like, yo, so I know we've been doing this for a while and it's great and all, but I'm starting to feel something. Do you feel the same way? Or should I bottle it up and like just, try and drop it to the next load that I'll be either taking or giving? Or should this whole thing just end? I think the allowance to actually just sit down and talk about it should be there. Because I think there's too many people that just ghost because they notice that the other person has feelings instead of just sitting down and talking about it. You get?
I think, yeah, you may talk about it, but I've been in too many situations where you talk about it and still decide to drop it, but the other person won't drop it. Like they're gonna be silent about it for a while, but then it's like exactly what I was telling you. Those back in those days when men used to bottle up their feelings, they don't do that anymore. So they're gonna give it time. They're gonna be like, okay, fine. So we're not doing this, cool. 1, 2, 3 days later, so why are we not doing this again? And they're always gonna keep on bringing it up. So I prefer, like, yeah, you've told me you feel in something and I've told you I'm not, so I'll just ghost you from there, give you time to get over it. But as in that's the end of what we had. We can go back to being friends, but we can't ever do that again.
Just say you don't know how to deal with someone else's emotions. Come on, too.
No, where do you take them? Because you don't wanna be the person who is the bitch and hurts this person's feelings. You don't wanna lead them on.
Honestly, there's something wrong with it, but we're not always meant to be the hero, you get? Sometimes you just have to come out and say, you know what, I don't think me and you will work out. I don't think this is gonna go beyond this, and we can just drop it. Now you people just ghost and you leave someone on a maybe, which is even worse.
No,
But you know
but
what,
you
I will
still
even
tell
leave
someone
this.
and they won't drop it. So it's not really our fault.
That depends on the person, honestly. That depends on the person. But anyways, I will leave this one to the listeners to debate on. We want to know your thoughts on this. If you catch feelings and you're in the friends with benefits, do you tell the person or do you just ghost? I want to know your thoughts on this. The DMs are open on IG. It is at Breaktime on Westside. On Facebook, it is also at Breaktime on Westside. And on Twitter, if you want to slide into my personal DMs, it is at Bagaka the D. Thank you so much, Shaka, for coming through to the episode and giving thoughts on it.
Anytime.
Yes, and for those of y'all that do want to listen to her podcast, it is On the Same Boat. She is the captain of it.
Yep.
Yeah, you can also find On the Same Boat on Instagram at
on.the.same.boot, literally. And also do make sure you catch it because we'll be having Bakaka here soon.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Anyways, thank you so much for listening all the way till the end. Regular episodes of Battle of the Sexes and Tweet Street resume next week. Happy 150th episode to each and every one of you that's been listening, including you, Shaka. And I will catch you guys on the next break. Take care.